Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 19 of Eden's Realm. So, I have a little bit of bad news, but I think it's all okay. So, at the end of the last episode, I finished up like I normally did and moved on and continued working on normal projects and stuff that I have around here just to do and normal stuff, right? And I ended up logging off one night. And the next morning, whenever I got back on, I found out that this world had been corrupted and it wasn't even showing up in the Minecraft world folder. So I've spent the last 2 or 3 days researching how to fix it, fixing it, and resetting everything to get it back where it was. So I imported all of our chunks that we've built in and explored back into the world. We are back in the exact same seed, and everything is back to normal, except for just a few things. So, as you can see here, anytime I do some small thing that I've already done, we're gonna get achievements because that's what my achievements button is. But my achievements have been reset as well as statistics. Let's show you that. Yeah, so basically, virtually none statistics. Um, there's really not much other than that. So all of our actual progress in the world has been saved, but other than that, it's just basically all gone. Which isn't the end of the world. We can still continue on doing everything we were planning on doing. It's just we don't know how many hours we've been in this world, stuff like that. So that's kind of a shame, but I think it'll be okay. We'll just move on. It's not the end of the world. Well, it almost was, but luckily it won't be. But yeah, we still have our Allays. I was really worried that some entities were going to be missing. As I've flown around, I don't think any are. And also, your ender chest is, interestingly enough, tied to your player data. It's not tied to like this specific block, as is these chests, which means everything in my ender chest got reset as well, which was a big pain. I had to rewrite the entirety of this book, so it looks a little different. But yeah, it was a really big pain. I went through, I re-enchanted every single thing here in I did it in creative mode so I could just slash enchant everything. And that's why you can see that none of the stuff here is damaged or anything. So it's the exact same enchantments, same names, but nothing is damaged. And like I tried to refill to the exact amount we had, like same number of ender pearls, rockets. These are our flight duration 3 rockets, like the rockets you get if you get slash gift rocket. Um, I mean, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. So I didn't cheat anything in to my knowledge. And yeah, it's. I'm just happy to be back and able to play on the world. And I mentioned that I had a project in mind that was going to be a big one. And what the plan is if I could find it out here, way out here, there is here it is, a guardian temple. And there's actually 2 more if we fly just a little bit farther. There should be one over this way. Right. I thought. Hello? The game's having trouble loading in. I thought there was one over here. Well, I know that um there's 3 guardian temples around here. Is that one? That's not. Turn my render distance up a little bit. It's gonna turn graphics on to fast so it'll load. Because there's that one, and then I could have swore that. Oh wait, no, this is a different one, right? Yeah, so this is a different one, and then there should be one that way, I think. Oh, here's one. Oh, and then there's one. So there's these three guardian temples, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a spot right here that I'll be able to load all three of them. I'm not for certain about it. I'm gonna have to double check my maths, but I should be able to do it. And so my first step is going to be making a really big perimeter, but I just want to start with one. So the idea is to start with this one and clear out the water around it and basically make it so that I can have a farm here, and then I'll have that farm, and then whenever I get around to it, I can build the other two as well. Because hopefully I'll just be able to stand like right here in the middle and load all three and have them all working at the same time. And so I designed the farm that we have so that I can build it on all of the others, and it works without like me having to play or kill them. So I want to do that, but the first step is gonna be getting rid of all the guardians that are around the farm. And to do that, we're gonna have to take a trip all the way back to the original house. And once we get there, I'll show you what I'm thinking, because it's gonna take a little bit to explain. So back here at the original house, what I wanted to show you was the spawn chunks. So I'm using Minifet here to give it an overlay of where the spawn chunks are. And so they differ in every world, and I think, not certain about this, but I think they were originally over here, like centered around this point. But whenever the seed was loaded in the 1.8 or 1.19, because of the corruption that I had, they're actually set over here, because as you can see, this is the spawn block. There's no really good way to show this, but this is where you will spawn, because whenever I spawned into this world, I spawned here. And it used to be over there. Speaking of which, there's another guardian temple over there. But this is all brand new terrain. As you can see, this is a stony shore, and so I think that it was originally switched. But there should be a way to take zombie villagers from over there and move them into these 16 by 16 area. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. But move it into here, and once the zombie villagers, if they've been traded with and then they're brought in here, they won't despawn, but they will count towards the hostile mob cap, and then guardians won't spawn at any other temple or any hostile mobs in the world ever. So I think that's the easiest thing to do. I'm gonna have to experiment with it and find out what the mechanics are on it, whether or not they need to be in this line of chunks or outside and along this line, because I want to be able to move them in and out so that our hostile mob farms still work. But I'll have to give it a little bit of a look and see where I need to put it, and then we can actually just start making more villagers. I now have this monstrosity built, and I moved over 2 original villagers from over there, and these 2 up here. They've been making babies, as you can see, and then I'm just trading with them once and sending them off over here. This is probably what I'm most proud of. It's a pretty simplified way to trade with them and get them put in. So you can see it ejects the money card out the bottom, and then they get put in here. And so 5, 4, 7 in here now. But the cool thing is the the line for the entity processing is right here. So if I remove these, I didn't want any babies that accidentally fall to get out. If I remove these and then I press this, uh-oh. Thought that. Oh, I know this. I gotta. If I move that, then you can see they all get moved over that way. And then if I want to move them back, all I have to do is that. And so I'll be able to fit all 70 of them in here, and then they'll just move back and forth, and yeah, they'll all stay in there without a problem, which is really, really good. So I'm gonna keep working on this. It's gonna take me a while. I've been at it for at least probably an hour or so. And you can see I don't have a lot of villagers, but we'll get there eventually. And I'm gonna come back and show you what we have. Originally done a couple clips showing you how this had worked and what I had plans to do next, but actually that's not gonna work out because I ended up as I teleport myself all around. I ended up messing up the audio on those clips, and so it doesn't have any audio, and it doesn't really work like that. So all of the zombie villages are in. They're all placed in. Pretty self-explanatory. And then I did show you what we were gonna work on next episode, which is the Guardian Farm. But I had just placed some blocks around the Guardian Farm, but I'm not going to bother showing that to you. We're going to get started on it next episode. It should be pretty easy to explain. But what I did do is I went and got myself some Swift Sneak 3, as you can see. So let's just take a quick tour down that and see how I got. So the loot from that run was let me go to sleep really quick. The loot from whatever. The loot from that ancient city was pretty good. We got 2 horse armor, 2 golden apples, or enchanted golden apples. Some good stuff, echo shards, not too much useful. And we also got the best music disc, which is Other Side. It's my favorite song. Yeah. And now we can apply Swift Sneak 3 onto our leggings. And that is awesome. Being able to move around that fast is just really cool. I hate phantoms. Yeah. But now we can finish up for the day. And I'm actually going to start making a backup of the world every episode. So towards the end of the episode, I'll probably make a backup. You won't see me do it, obviously, but Go away. But yeah, that way we don't have something like what happened earlier today happen again, because that was a big pain. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, get connected with your church family. I've been focusing on that a lot recently, so yeah, don't let bad things harm you like these phantoms. Take care. Bye bye.